Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever episode of The Leaf Cutters. Where a podcast is going to be about basically the layman man who wants to get into cigar smoking, but isn't quite there as far as the terminology, or they're hesitant about going into a cigar shop, or they don't even know what they like. So we're going to sit here and, kind of give you some tips, tricks, give you some reviews of some cigars and see if it might be something that appeals to you, something that you like, or if you just want to be entertained by us, we're here for that as well. But just keep in mind, we are not professionals, but we are here to help. And I'm your host, Ben.
I'm Andy. You got Grimm.
Robert.
I'm Zack.
All right. And for today's episode, we are actually going to be smoking the Romeo Bully. It's come highly regarded by Andy himself that this should be the cigar that we smoke. It has a, oh, there we go. There's a good shot that Zack has. And
Closer, I can almost smell it.
this has a Indonesia wrapper. It is a, what is it, Perdejo?
Yeah, that'll work.
Perdejo.
I think that's profanity,
size.
man. I'm not a pendejo. You're a pendejo.
Maybe. I
Parejo.
don't know. Parejo.
Parejo?
Thank you. Parejo.
Is that what
That's
he's
how you
saying?
pronounce it. See, we're not professionals. That's the biggest thing here. But I have had Romeo and Juliet's in the past. I've enjoyed them. But just to be warned, my wife is a big person about smells, right? And she basically says I can't sleep in the same bed when I smoke one of these. So I'll be sleeping on the couch tonight, and it's because of this.
That's the only reason.
That's the only reason, really. I mean, I'm not going to admit anything else. That's for sure. I mean, this is going nationwide, so hell no, I admit shit. Mm-mm.
It's going
Don't
worldwide, baby.
Going internet wide.
Worldwide. But we do have a question that Robert has, and we'll address that as we light up.
What is a pick? Where do you get one? Is it easy to use and beneficial to the smoking of a cigar?
What is...
Yeah, we'll answer that later. The closer I get to the end of my cigar.
Yeah. Well, I'll address the first part then. A pick is usually used in a cigar when you get down to the itty bitty nub of it, but you don't want to put it out. You can actually put the pin through it and continue to smoke it for, a good, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes more. So it basically lets you get the rest of your cigar all the way down to the very, very last bit down here without burning your fingers.
Nice.
And to where to get them, to address that, there's several places online you can get them.
Google.
Google's a great source for it. You can get all kinds of them.
Etsy. There's the guy I think I got mine from was Cigar Dagger. I want to say it was cigardagger.com.
Mm-hmm. Well, Etsy, you can get like anything, if you want the Death Star, if you want,
This is.
that's a pretty cool one. I don't
Thank
have
God.
mine on me. I meant to bring it, but I didn't bring it. But they're really cool to have. They're really handy, especially if you smoke a lot of cigars. You'll get to the point where you'll get some that you really, really like and you don't want to let them go. Well, it's perfect to.
When in doubt,
Get
there's there's always the classic pocket knife.
Yeah, you can use a pocket knife as well to stick on there. And because the
Do
biggest
you
thing
really
is
wanna
you don't
do
want
that
to burn
to
your
a cigar?
fingers.
Like, this cigar was good to you, and now you're talking about stabbing it with a knife. Like, that's rude. That's a terrible thing to do.
What are you talking about? I'm giving a samurai's death.
It's honorable, goddammit.
It's right. It's honorable.
That's right. It's
Oh.
honorable.
What the hell?
I was gonna say it's like giving it a vitamin shot so it lasts longer. It's you're
You take
imparting
vitamins
like
and it's stabbing you.
essence of life to it with the blade of your cigar pick.
Well, actually, now that you say that, I did feel like those Flintstones chewable vitamins when we were kids. Like, those were kind of like getting stabbed in the face because they were awful.
Yeah,
You were
or-
not. I love my Flintstones kids vitamins.
You're weird.
You're still taking them.
Yeah.
So
What do you snort at night?
I'm a Flintstones guy. 10 million strong and growing, bitch.
Is that what it did? Well,
Yeah, it's 10 million strong and growing. That's what the slogan used to be. I'm that old. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't remember the slogan. I just remember getting them shoved in my face. You're gonna be big and strong.
Yeah, that does happen to most kids.
Got to keep the mental health services nice and lubricated there.
And that's why we're pill poppers today.
Yeah.
No,
Thank
that's why
you.
I smoke cigars.
But wait, no, those are chewables. So never mind.
Anybody have any first impressions of their cigar?
I like it. No, let's go for a little bit better than that.
Dang it.
I like it.
Look at love.
I like it.
It's definitely a medium cigar.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of smoke to it. It definitely has a tobacco flavor to it. But as far as like the draw, it's got a good draw on it, but like I said, it's not a heavy smoke at all.
My draw is a little bit tight, so not quite Jamocha shake through a straw, but I'm hoping it'll loosen up a little bit as it warms up.
Yeah, mine's
Yeah,
got a
mine's
loose.
not that bad.
Mine's got a good draw. Definitely a medium cigar. Less strength than what I'm, daily. You smoke on a daily basis, but to me, it's a good, it's a good start cigar,
Yeah,
or maybe even a good dessert kind of deal.
I haven't had a bunch to eat, and I don't think I'm having any kind of problems with this one.
Yeah, I can agree with that one. It's one that you could probably pick up and not have a heavy meal, like a Maduro.
Here we are.
Here we are. What was it, Andy? Yeah, suck a stick.
How's your cigar? What's your first impression?
Oh, how's my cigar? Well, my stick is fantastic. It's stick. And
Phrasing.
yes. And I got dad jokes for days. No, it's good. I'm stuck like Ben was as far as it goes for it. It was good, and it's a medium cigar. It's it's not too heavy. Mine's smokier than y'all's as far as it goes. Like I think it's got a nice pull to it.
That's what I'll say. Mine's pretty good pull. I'm just wondering if it's that Louisiana weather that's affecting yours.
Well, it is
Mine's
hot.
fine. And it is hot.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of like a firm spot here. I think I might be able to break it up a little bit.
So yours might be packed a little bit tighter there.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
We can work it out.
Nothing a good massage won't fix.
Absolutely. How about you, Robert?
It's an easy smoke. It's enjoyable starting off. So we'll see where it goes. But in case anybody's wondering, I'm the new guy when it comes to smoking cigars. So I don't understand everything they just said, but I'll get there.
Just parrot it and act like you do, man. Yeah, medium, good pull.
Fake it till you make it.
Wouldn't do with food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in doubt, just start throwing out coffee terms. This venti latte is really good.
It has a deep mocha flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing, if you get those flavors, I mean, pop it
Yeah.
out there. Zach can help you translate those flavors into words.
I'm definitely not getting any kind of coffee flavor.
I'm not getting any kind of coffee flavor. Definitely like a roasty flavor, though. Not like. I mean, obviously it's got smoke because it's burning and stuff. But it kind of reminds me of like the difference between a medium roast coffee and dark roast coffee. That transition in like roastiness is in there. Not
it
coffee
definitely
profile, but
It seems like a toasted leaf.
Yeah.
There used to be a cigar blog called Toasted Leaf, way back in the early aughts.
Back in the 2000s.
Yeah, I used to get a lot.
Let's just stop there. I feel old now.
The electronic arcades.
They discontinued they sold the blog to somebody and now own a very successful advertising business down in Macon, Georgia, called M&R. I think it's M&R Advertising. I'll have to go look at what they are. M&R something or other.
Is it M&R or is it MRX?
M and R.
Okay. Not that that matters to anybody who's watching this, but
Right.
Look, man, we got editing for a reason. Hot too, Ben.
Sir.
You know, I want to be here for the time we have a cigar and we're like, this is like the blackest pot of coffee that's been sitting on the burner all goddamn day, and it is staring straight into my face and taunting me not to finish it.
If we get a Camacho Maduro, that'll happen.
Yeah, man, yeah. I want
I like those.
to say soul rending.
They're dark.
They are dark.
A Camacho double Maduro literally put me on my ass.
You're welcome.
Not the only thing that puts you on your ass.
Hey, that's after the podcast.
Oh, sorry.
I want to say really like just dark, profound things when we do the Camacho. Then like, you know, I found the light within the darkness, and it was directly in the center of the singularity that was the black hole of our lives that is currently being smoked in our hands.
Why aren't you saving it for that show?
Save that
I
shit.
know, you just wasted it.
I know. Now we're talking about that with Romeo and Juliet, and it doesn't apply.
You act like I couldn't come up with something new. This is what I do. I just say things and hope that it works.
Well, I knew that.
Although we would get to the Camacho, and I'd be like, "This is like the Barbie of the Ken of no."
So
Who's the one they don't like?
Cousin Jesse?
This is the cousin Jesse of cigars.
I actually don't know. I just made that shit up.
I don't know either. I didn't watch
This
the
is
movie.
the Scrappy Doo of cigars.
Yeah,
This is a
see, there we go.
Nice. And we're not talking about the Romeo and Juliet with that comment.
No, Romeo and
No,
Juliet.
right.
No. This is a good cigar. I like it.
I think it's a good start cigar. You run into that new guy
Yeah.
sauntering into the lounge going, what the hell do I get? There's so many options. So, this is always a good start option along with some of the others that I've tossed out over the years.
Arturo Fuente. And the reason I say
Well,
Arturo Fuente is because, Fuente, if there's anything in that line you grab, you're not going to get a bad smoke.
It's true.
But you're liable to get something that's going to put you on your ass the first time you smoke it. If
Well,
I'm a first-time
absolutely.
cigar guy, I'm
But you
not
enjoy
sure
it.
that's what I want.
Ben right now is kind of reminding me of like the Joe Camel of the '80s, where he's like trying to give candy to all the newcomers. This is the sweetest cigar you're gonna get. Fucking smoke it.
Yeah, it's free fucking candy.
Candy?
Just eat it.
Crazy?
Now we got to worry about Camel coming after us. I'm sorry, guys. Edit that out. Just edit it.
No, Joe's no longer trademark. We're good.
Brought to you by Camel.
Yeah. So what?
Because they own us now.
The cease and desist is already in the mail.
They bought us out by lawsuit.
Camel's coming out of retirement just so he can be on the witness stand. He said my name. God damn it.
Oh, I wanted to bring something up on this episode. So
Okay.
I want to know the story behind what got you into cigars. Like, and what inspired this was back in the 80s, they fought a lot for censorship, right? In music and television, because they were afraid that the kids were getting influenced by the music they listened to and the movies they watched, right? And that made me think, all right, with cigars, my earliest memory of a cigar smoker was Clint Eastwood in, you know, A Few Dollars More, or The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Any of those spaghetti westerns, he always had a cigar in his mouth, pretty much. Anytime he was doing something and it was a thin cigar, he always carried with him in his mouth.
Yeah.
Do any of y'all have memories like that, and do you think it had any kind of influence into you getting into cigars? And the reason I'm asking this is because I want to know if it influenced you, first of all, and why would it influence you? Like for me, I associated that cigar with bad guys because they were the thin cigars. But I mean, I know Clint Eastwood technically wasn't the typical bad guy in those movies, but he wasn't a good guy either. He was definitely a in-between guy, played the sides against each other, you know, type character. But anybody else have a memory like that? And did it influence you?
I don't, not in that way. Cigars were kind of the alternative. I didn't start smoking cigars till college, so 98, 99. No, 98. Everybody else smoked cigarettes, and I was still doing music, singing at the time. Didn't want to jack up my voice, learning to inhale cigarettes, so I picked up cigars. It was a cigar. It would have been a cigar or a pipe, and nobody down there had a pipe. So one of the guys that I hung out with handed me a box of Dutch Masters, which edit that out. That was the initial kick to get me into cigars. After that, you know, I started hitting local cigar shops and trying to find the things that I like. This was one of those cigars. So, of course, as a college student, I have shit for money, but you know, that hasn't changed.
What's a $6 or $7 cigar, you know?
Well, and you remember that we're talking the '90s, man, and then cigars weren't $7. It wasn't a $7 cigar; it was a $3 cigar. So,
if that, yeah. Anybody else?
But as for movies and stuff, no. I remember cigars in movies, but it wasn't an influence.
Yeah, it wasn't an influence for me either. Do you want to go ahead, Ben, or do you want me to talk about it?
No, you can talk about it. I was going to ask Andy, what was the movie?
Oh gosh, probably I'm like you, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Anything Clint Eastwood, or you know, anything. I don't remember at that time. Did Terminator smoke a cigar? No, that wasn't cigars for Terminator, was it? That was Predator. Yeah, Predator.
Yeah, Predator.
Predator was a good one.
And since then, you know, it's not something I pay a lot of attention to. To me, it's not an influence for what I enjoy.
So, okay. How about you, Zach?
Yeah, it wasn't like a thing that drew me to cigars. I've only probably been smoking cigars on and off for maybe 10 years. I didn't smoke at all, anything, you know, in my teens, 20s, and even like I probably had my first cigar in my early 30s, I guess, and or maybe late 20s. I'm trying to figure it out. But I have friends who smoke cigars, and my dad smoked a pipe when I was a kid, which I always liked the smell of. I like the smell of cigars. I'm not a fan of the way cigarette smoke smells. But after hanging out with a bunch of people smoking cigars, I was like, yeah, I think I want to try that. And a friend of mine gave me it was a Padron 1964 anniversary. I think it's 64 anniversary. And it was like one of the higher end versions of that cigar. Like it was probably a $20 cigar. And that was a hard lesson in how expensive cigars are after you enjoy them. but I immediately liked it. And the process was relaxing, and I did always think that Clint Eastwood kind of looked like a badass with that cigar in his mouth, the cigarello or whatever.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a deciding factor.
Okay. Anybody else got a story?
I started smoking because I wanted Ben to like me.
Me
And-
too.
Yeah.
It's
And-
too bad that didn't work.
Yeah. Notice
Well-
that, like, he hasn't invited me to come record at his house. I'm left at arm's length all the time. You know.
Well, here's the moral of this story. The influence doesn't come from movies and television and music like they were saying back in the 80s. So rock on, us kids were right.
Yeah.
But peer pressure is a fucking thing.
Yes, it is.
I will
sorry.
say, one character has made me want to smoke cigars at a particular time,
Ooh, who was this?
Yeah.
and it's when a plan comes together.
Ah, yes.
Oh,
George
yes.
Lard.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Like, I always want to, like, when something good happens, I just want to be like, I love it when a plan comes together, and like chomp down on a fucking cigar right there, and then be like, yeah.
You
know?
just want somebody to open the dragon mask and hand you a cigar.
So yes, did you know that Schwarzenegger became a avid cigar smoker, and to this day, like, tries to, like, peer pressures people into doing it, basically, because of his time on Commando.
Really?
Yeah, he peer pressured Carl Weathers and eventually wore him down until he started smoking cigars when they were doing Predator.
Yep.
I heard that story. You got any stories, Robert?
Not really. I mean, just not really.
What? No
You
Tony
asked me if I
Montana?
You asked me if I wanted to smoke a cigar one day. I went, sure. And next thing you
Peer
know,
pressure at its finest.
See,
There
peer
you
pressure.
Wait,
But I'll
hang
tell
on.
you what. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead and finish your line. I got a whole thing on the peer
I'll
pressure.
tell you
in a
the
second.
cool scene of smoking a cigar that I've recently seen. I was watching the X-Men. The scene when they're in Cerebro. Professor Xavier goes, Logan, if you light that up in here, I'll make you think you're a little girl. And Wolverine just goes, puts it out on his hand. That was some cool shit.
That was a pretty badass move.
That was a badass move right there.
Speaking of peer
Okay.
pressure, Gibs, you remember what when you really started taking up cigars more often, and whose jackass fault that was?
That was your fucking jackass fault right there.
Hey,
I had not touched a cigar for several years before that. I did smoke them. I liked them, but I was like the same with him. I had tried, like, Dutchman and Black and Mild, which, I mean, everybody
Ooh.
has their phase. Shut up. But I did learn the ways of a better cigar, and Andy got me back into them a little bit more frequently.
yay for me!
So in a roundabout way, Andy, you got 3 of the 5 of us smoking cigars. Thanks.
Hey, you're welcome, buddy.
I mean, because of Andy, I do smoke cigars more often than I normally would. So
There's really, Andy's a peddler, like he's,
yeah,
yeah.
he's
Gotta
got
sell cigars. and
he's
drink.
sponsored by Big Tobacco.
Does he give you like do you like click here to order your cigars? Don't worry about what's coming my way.
Cigarshenanigans.com.
There's a kickback.
There's got to be a kickback there later this week, I'm sure.
I was hoping like somebody would come out and be like, I took after cigar smoking from like you said, that Tony Montana. Mine is like nobody wants to admit anymore that they took up cigar smoking from Kramer from Seinfeld.
No, I'd rather be, influenced by a giant mound of coke than
Then Kramer,
a
yeah,
racist SOB.
yeah.
To each his own, I guess.
And he's like, I'll take it from anywhere.
Maybe,
That's
yeah.
what Big Tobacco does.
For a second, I was actually going to say Bill Clinton, but
Oh, there you go.
No, edit that out. I don't want to. I don't want to have a suicidal accident later this week. Cat already tried to get me once this week. It wasn't an accident.
Damn, that's a gash.
Yeah,
Fucking evil, man.
I'll tell you.
that's what you have for having like murder machines in your house.
That
Yeah,
you feed.
and water.
Yeah. You want to check in on these delicious cigars?
Yes,
You're a
I
little
do.
past halfway, aren't you?
I'm about halfway.
Yeah, I'm about halfway as well too.
The
third because I got a longer one.
the draw has not loosened up as much as I'd like, but it's pretty freaking good. I'm getting a lot of like tobacco tingly on my tongue, and it reminds me of rich Corinthian leather. Not really, but it is a little earthy.
I like that word. Mine's about the same. It's a little more intense than it was at the start, but
Yeah,
got more of an earthy flavor to it. And the draw is still average. I've had to touch it up a couple of times. But that's partially because of the air conditioning that I don't have outside. It's also called the Lord's air conditioning. And in Louisiana, that's 100-degree heat with dry ass winds and a fan.
Yeah, I'd have to say mine's a little earthy now, and it has gotten stronger, just like you guys said. But still medium. It's not like
yeah.
crossed that threshold yet.
It's like it's filled out a little bit, but not like hit you in the face. It's solid.
How about you, Robert?
Still nice and smooth. Draws easy. Earthy. Yeah, lights.
Get on the earth bandwagon, man.
Yes, earthy.
Had to shed a little light on the subject.
Hey, we can see Robert again. Nope, turn him back off.
Where's that damn switch? Rambo,
man,
you've
I
been
grilled-
quiet.
Do what now?
You're
You've been
quiet.
What do you think?
I was waiting for my turn to be like, I don't know a whole lot about this cigar, but I was just harassed by Capulet as to what I was doing with said Romeo and Juliet. And as far as it goes for earthy tones, I'm pretty sure he wants to put me 6 feet under said earth. Send help.
Nice. Use your
Shakes.
sword, sir.
A plague on both your houses? That's all I got.
Kind of makes me want to watch the '90s Romeo and Juliet movie.
Oh yeah,
Nope.
the gangster version.
Yeah,
I don't think I ever saw that. Just out of spite.
it's pretty cool. I think it's cool.
Between that and Titanic, because didn't they come out close about the same time?
No,
No?
that was several years later.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, well.
You know,
That's the way I have movie phobes. People that know shit about movies, Gibs and Grimm and guess Robert.
don't call me out like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So this one, I don't know. This one just kind of turned on me for a little bit there.
In a good way or a bad way?
Like, I definitely hit the sweet spot.
Yeah, I would say I'm on the tail end of the sweet spot right now.
Yeah, I think I'm just now hitting it because I'm getting the full flavor of the cigar, the full smoke of the cigar, the way it, I think they intended it to be, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Well, here's a tip for you, Robert. When your cigar is not burning quite evenly, don't forget to rotate it just a little bit.
Oh,
That way all the sides will get a little bit of drafted low. At first.
that is very informative, actually. I
Hey,
was
you're welcome.
wondering about that.
Well, it kind of beats reaching for the lighter every 2 seconds and trying to touch it up, see if it'll adjust a little bit on its own.
Yeah, I mean that's a tip in itself because cigars
It is.
can tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What we mean by tunnel is if one side's burning quicker than the other. Like kind of like that. Mine's kind of
Yeah,
burning
mine
even.
does that.
Yeah.
Mine's been burning pretty good. That's pretty even. The draw is still a little tight, but again, I'm not mad at it. It's really enjoyable and tastes good.
You can get your titanium toothpick out and fix that draw.
That's inside. I've got the Zycar tool here.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not long.
baby.
It's not long enough to.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Stop penetrating that butt.
Sorry. You can like blur that.
Did you ask it first? I mean, Jesus, you just rammed it right in there. Didn't I mean at least it was lubed up enough. Shit.
He had been working it beforehand.
We had a
It's funny
conversation
when-
before we got on the podcast.
I mean, I think you tongued it pretty good before you started. So I mean, maybe it was a mutual thing.
No, there was nothing mutual about that.
That was a one-way operation.
Yeah, cigar just gives up right now. Just stops.
It was a very, very casual date. Everything was going smooth, and suddenly drive home, Lover's Lane.
We got to get you some light, man.
Yeah,
No, I take that back. I'm kind of digging the laptop light from, kind of like the
It's
old
spooky
flashlight.
season.
Hey, Grimm, start telling us a scary story.
On a night just like this one.
On a night just like this.
I was about to make a terrible joke, and I don't want to anymore. Like, I feel bad.
Well, I was just gonna say, on a night like this, I realized taxes are due very soon.
Oh shit!
That's right, folks.
See?
If you,
Everybody's terrified
if you
right
filed-
now.
if you filed an extension, your extension's almost out.
Yeah.
Thanks. You ass.
Crap. Now I'm thinking about taxes. Shit. That's some scary
See?
shit.
See?
Robert, you're
God.
you're within 15 feet. Stab that son of a bitch.
Hey, please don't.
It'd
Be awful.
Let me turn the recording off first.
Nope.
You don't want that kind of. Oh shit. Never mind. Go ahead. Just get it on my fatter side. I might survive.
On a night like tonight, on a stormy, horrible, thundering night, Karen called.
Oh God.
She said your lawn's overdue for a mowing. Do it, or I'll report you to the HOA.
Well, as long as Karen doesn't show up at Zack's house, should be all right.
Yeah, I have not. I don't have to mow the front lawn that's covered by the HOA.
I am digging on the firelight of Grimm's face right now on this. I really like it.
We need a flicker. Get a little
Yeah.
firelight flicker.
So next time you need to do it by candlelight, buddy.
You know what it reminds me of, and this is probably just showing age at this point, but I kind of look like in the little window for me. You remember RoboCop 2? The cane in the robot where his face would come down and just,
Oh God. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Sure.
when I see myself shift, all I can think about is that fucking head, and you're just be like, give me more drugs.
I can see that.
Yeah, I'm scaring children right now. That's good.
Hey, Grimm, real quick, can you say, "Are you afraid of the dark"?
Are you afraid of the dark?
Oh God, I'm in an R.L. Stein book. Help.
I'm so happy right now.
Do you have any other requests at this point? What the hell?
I'm
All right, so it's starting to get hot. I'm going to use this as a spike.
God, you shoved it in the back end and not.
Cigar had just had it.
Cigar's been violated.
At this point, you better leave money on the nightstand.
We had a conversation. Cigar hasn't said the safe word yet.
Banana.
What is it? What exactly is the safe word? Sizzle, sizzle?
When it tars up, is that the tears or?
Yeah, that's it. No, that's when it had an accident.
Told them the safe word was no in German, but they just keep screaming numbers at me.
9, 9. I got it.
Yay! I'm going to hell.
Oh, you're coming to Louisiana?
Brother, you know what? No, actually, I'm not because at Dragon Ball next weekend. So I'm not doing any. The next time I'm out of state is actually at the end of September. We're in Memphis for a convention for the day.
You going to Dragon Con this coming weekend?
Yeah. 5-day passes. I'm going to be hanging out in the comic area and just getting a shit ton of comic signs. I don't understand why you're upset. Like, what's up?
I'm not upset. I'm jealous.
That's a kind of upset.
Yeah, it's a kind of upset. I'm just jealous. I miss working at that place I used to work on Peachtree Street. That where I can just watch all that shit. Go to lunch down at just up the street from there. At the mall, Peachtree Center Mall. I'd watch all the Dragon Con folks just saunter around at lunch.
Yeah, it's fun checking out the herd. You know, just the massive amount of people that are dressed up and blocking major traffic routes.
I remember getting a call and having to go downtown, go to the office on Saturday for somebody and sitting in the conference room watching parts of the parade from 10 stories up. It's a lot easier to stand on the side street.
Yeah.
Sad. I'm out of bourbon.
No.
I'm sorry. What are you drinking? What were you drinking?
Bullet 10.
That's right.
Oh, I got you beat.
Do recommend.
I got you beat.
What do you got?
Diet water.
Ooh, diet water.
Wow.
I got Gatorade.
I've got some regular water, but I do feel like I'm getting fat by having it.
Exactly.
You're not supposed to inhale the cigar, Robert.
I know.
That's a pro tip.
Oh my god.
And then we were down to 4 because one died.
I transitioned.
Well,
to
that sounds that solves our sound problem.
Robert identifies as a dead person now.
Ooh, then we can turn this into a ghost hunting seance. Robert, in the afterlife, do they have Camachos? Get one for the next episode.
Do they have Fuente Opus X? Lost Treasure.
Oh, I've never had the Lost Treasure.
I haven't either. I'm not willing to spend the money on it.
All they have is Perdomo
wow.
mistakes. Fuck your hell. Get out. Hey, Perdomo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Don't sue us.
We do like your product. We do.
Yeah, I like
promise.
Perdomos. I don't like the mistakes, but I like the Perdomo. Like the sun grown and the. I like the lot 23, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever had a Perdomo. Now that I'm thinking about it.
No.
They're good. I mean, they're good.
Yeah.
Like entry cigars as far as it goes for like they're easy smoking and nice to get somebody like started on a cigar.
Champagne, man.
Champagnes
man.
are really good ones.
That's
their choice.
Sweet fucking, like I want to fast forward to that episode.
I haven't had a champagne since the last time I had a champagne.
So memorable.
Yesterday.
No, yesterday. It's been a couple of months.
No, but champagne's a good starter. The Lot 23 are really good.
Next episode, we should talk about, how long we've been smoking and what our favorites are.
That's true. Unless, of course, you check that I don't smoke on your, insurance forms, then don't.
Oh, no, yeah.
I definitely did not do that.
I picked this up 20 minutes ago. It's not bad.
I told them flat out, please take more money from me for something that you can't verify.
I talked to the HR department about that, and an occasional cigar they didn't think was worth saying you smoke.
Appreciate you covering me for that.
Thank you. So, if you want to defraud your insurance company, just do exactly what Zack said. Zack is who said it. You go right ahead.
Ooh, a breeze. Oh, that's so good.
I got a breeze here too.
It's like heaven for a second. Zach, you look like you're about to burn your lips, dude.
It's the smoke is not too hot, but I'm glad that I've got a spike in it because I would probably be burning my fingers.
Caliente.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
And that is the reason why you have a spike, a pin, something like that, a knife, like Andy was saying. And so you don't burn your fingers when it gets down that low, but you still want to enjoy that cigar.
Yeah, usually I quit when the smoke gets hot. Like when it becomes uncomfortable, the smoke in my mouth becomes uncomfortable, and it's not there yet. So still enjoying it.
But when the smoke starts getting hot and your fingers start burning, it's time to put down the cigar.
Yeah, for sure.
Spike in mine is
Tell me about my habit. If I want to burn myself, I'll do it.
You do it.
Unless you're Grimm, and then just do whatever the fuck you want anyway.
That's because that's what I do. I do whatever the fuck I want to do. It's great.
We get into review time on these.
Yeah.
All right, who's
Zach.
done? I think Zach's about
both
done.
probably. Zach is falling apart.
It is starting to come apart. Although it's still not too hot to smoke and still tastes pretty good, I am ready to review it though. I'm going to give it a 4. I would give it a 4.5 if the construction on my particular cigar was a little better and the draw was a little looser. But it's solid. I often forget how much I like this cigar.
Yeah. And just so you know, it's 4 out of 5 leaves. That's how we're going to be grading these things. Anybody else want to go with their review?
I'll go. I'll give mine I'll go with the 4.5 leaves. It's one of my favorite go-tos already. So, and that helps. It helps because there's a shop around the corner that generally has them on hand if I don't happen to have anything to smoke. Construction was good. It's still good. It's been a smooth smoke throughout. Flavors have remained mostly the same, fairly earthy. So yeah, it's been enjoyable. I'm not going to complain. So 4.5 it is.
All right. Anybody else? Because I'm getting close. I might go ahead and review it.
I agree with Andy. 4.5. Considering the first time I've had that, very smooth all the way through. I would have another one, definitely. So 4.5 for me.
Awesome. For me, solid cigar, earthy, like they were saying, tobacco flavored. You don't get those, it's a hint of coffee and things in it, and it's a little oaky. None of that. It's straight up. It's a cigar. You're smoking a cigar, but it's smooth. It's not gonna put you on your butt. I like it. I definitely smoke them. I've smoked a couple of them, so I'm definitely gonna smoke another one. But yeah, that's my review. 4.5 leaves. Brambles. as he inhales his
want it.
entire cigar.
I don't want it. You've made fun of me before, and
I'll do it again.
And you called me out, and I'm not emotionally prepared for that kind of abuse right now.
Well, you look dark and mysterious right now, so I'm afraid of you anyway. So go ahead.
Boo! 3.5.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm the lowest out of all of us.
there goes the average.
Yeah, well, it just like everybody said, smooth, but it's very tobacco-y flavor. I like a little more. Not like I don't like flavored cigars, but I do like that it's a little oaky or it's a little, it's something other than just a oversized cigarette.
Wow.
So
You're gonna edit that out, right?
For some reason, Grimm did not give a review for this show. I don't know why.
see, right there.
No, I think that's a logical review because it's not like a knock your socks off cigar, but it's solid. Like,
Yeah,
I just enjoyed this particular cigar enough to give it more than a 3.
I would introduce people to this cigar. It's on the list of. It's definitely it's a gateway, to cigar smoking. But at the same time, it's not. It didn't knock me off my socks or anything like that.
So what you're basically saying that it hasn't lived up to your level of cigars now that you smoke. Like, you smoke heavier cigars. You like, Maduro cigars. You like,
Yeah. I mean, that's a good way of saying
I get what
it.
you're saying.
I know what's out there, and this doesn't mean it. As far as it goes for like the top echelon or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's still a good cigar. I'm not trying to be negative. It's a good positive smoke.
Okay. I'm all on board for that. So, that being said, what I'm going to propose for next episode, let's try to get the Camacho. I mean, we've talked about it enough. We've kind of pitched it enough. Why don't we back it up with actually smoking one?
I'm for it.
Which one?
Let's go with the Camacho Maduro. Not a double Maduro, but a Maduro. We can go with
Camacho makes good stuff.
They do.
I'm good for it.
With the Camacho, I think it's the black label that is the Maduro. So let's go with that.
Cool.
If you like what you hear, like what you see, please subscribe to us. We're going to be on YouTube. We're going to be on, all the socials. So find us with Leaf Cutters. We'll be out there for you. If we'll have our tips, we'll have our tricks, we'll have everything on there. So I hope you enjoy it. That being said, good night.
Good night.
Later.
Good night.